Live from Austin, Texas, with host Rosie Newberry. Local trends, shopping, and more. This is Studio 512.
The following portion of Studio 512 is sponsored by MedVet Austin. Every week we introduce you to a new furry friend looking for their forever home in our MedVet Austin Pet of the Week. This time around we're joined by Jane Wisnant, Chief Development Officer for Texas Humane Heroes, alongside a very vocal boy who you've just heard from. It's Jax. Jane, good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, so we've got a really sweet special boy here today, and he has already been making a lot of friends.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit about Jax.
This is Jax. He's 6 years old. He came to us just before Thanksgiving.
Okay, so he hasn't been with you too long, but actually you guys were able to intervene right when Jax needed it medically.
Yes, so he came from a family who wasn't giving him the care that he necessarily deserved, and so he was part of an animal cruelty case, and he came to us to receive treatment, one of those things being an infected eye that was not being treated.
Okay.
And so we removed his eye and cleaned up the rest of the wounds that he had when he came to us. And now he's almost all the way patched up. He still has a few stitches in his eye, but he is ready to find his forever home, and he has just been the sweetest boy.
He is a sweet boy.
Yeah.
I'm so glad that you mentioned 6 years, because off camera we were just talking about how when you get kittens and you get puppies, there is kind of a tough period that you have to get through, where there can be a lot of changes in personality and maybe some shoes get tested out.
Yep.
But once you get to this age, he's a good boy and he's ready to roll.
Yeah, his personality is his personality, and it's not going to change. He may learn some new tricks and some good behaviors, but in terms of what his personality is going to be, this is what you get.
This is what you get. And he's a very sweet boy. He is cuddled up to just about everyone. He does love treats.
He
I will say that.
He does love treats, and he loves cuddles and pets as well.
Oh, okay. And so we're not exactly sure how well he'll do with kids. With other dogs, you guys really do suggest a meet and greet, right?
Yeah, so we haven't had any negative interactions with dogs, but we always encourage, if you have a dog at home, to bring them with you to meet any animal that you're trying to adopt.
Yeah, and it'd be a good idea for Jax to meet a future brother or sister and get an opportunity to kind of suss each other out, see if they're going to be a good fit, because sometimes, you know, even a dog this age, right, he can be the grown dog who helps a younger dog become a good dog, or the other way around.
Where you going, buddy?
Oh, too much limelight for him.
Yeah.
Look at how sweet he is, though, and he's healing really well from that eye surgery, which is absolutely wonderful. Okay, so let's talk about, in your opinion, Jane, who would be the best home for Jax?
Someone who likes cuddles, doesn't mind a lap dog. He sat on my lap the whole way here. He does shed, so if you don't mind vacuuming.
Okay, good to know.
His first experience with the stairs was here.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So he's already had a new experience today. And I will say, he wasn't doing I think he's seeing himself on the camera.
Yeah, I know.
He wasn't. That's why he's whining a little bit.
Yeah.
But he wasn't doing that before.
No, he was not crying before. He's very friendly. He will say hello to just about anybody. When we were leaving the shelter, our staff were walking past, and he wanted to say hello to everybody who was there.
It's okay. He's like, maybe not you. You're not a lady who has food.
Yeah. You still have treats in here, Jax.
You can try them out.
Yeah, there's still treats in there.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Good boy. Okay. Let's talk a little bit about how the adoption process works for anyone who's interested in Jax.
Yeah, so if you would like to adopt Jax, you can come out to our adoption center in Leander and during our operating hours and meet him. Like we'd mentioned earlier in the segment, if you have a dog at home, bring them with you for a meet and greet just to make sure that they will get along well.
Yeah.
If you like him, you can fill out the adoption paperwork and take him home with you.
Take him home. A forever family, Jax. It might be right around the corner for you.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Showing everybody how sweet you are.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
You just want more pets.
And speaking of dogs being adopted from you, we've got some really exciting news because you guys aren't far from breaking ground on your dog kennels.
Yes, we are hoping to break ground next month, something that we've been talking about for quite a while. We don't have a break ground date, but we are expecting that it'll happen next month.
Yeah, crossing fingers.
Yeah.
I know that there's still a little red tape when it comes to building and all that stuff.
Yes.
But things are looking so great out there at Texas Humane Heroes. I would really suggest anybody check it out. Those areas are now so spacious, so
Yeah.
well designed. It's just really wonderful.
Yes, and it will double the capacity of dogs that we can house. So we should have a lot more adoptable dogs once they're open. And it'll be a better environment for the dogs that are there waiting for their homes.
Love to hear that, because I know a shelter can be a slightly stressful place. Let's talk about your upcoming event. It's a fashion show with a dance studio.
Yeah.
And it sounds like a ton of fun.
Yeah, so we were selected as a charity of choice for one of the dance studios up in Cedar Park, Moves Dance Studio, and so they're doing a fashion show and they're going to feature some of our dogs.
Oh, that is so sweet. So the dogs walk down the aisle, right, with
Yeah.
one of the dancers.
Yep.
Oh, that is so sweet. And is it someone we've seen here before on the show is going to be part of the dogs who are walking, or is it just a fan favorite that you guys have around the shelter?
It'll depend on who's still there.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
so
fair.
we try to wait and see who's going to be there. We do hope that Minnie, our longest stay dog that I think you've met before, if she's still with us, then she should be part of the show.
Oh,
Okay. We'll have to wait and see who's
I'm
still
crossing my
available.
fingers, though, that she is going to be adopted between here and there. Not to
Yes.
deprive you of a star.
Yeah.
But I would love
She
to see her.
deserves a home.
Yeah,
She's
she
been
deserves
waiting a long
home.
time.
Absolutely. Just like you, Jackson. You did a great job, buddy.
Yeah.
Jane, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it.
Of course. Thank you.
All right, for more information on adopting Jacks, visit humaneheroes.org. The preceding portion, Studio 512, was sponsored by MedVet Austin. The following portion of Studio 512 is sponsored by MedVet Austin. We want to keep everyone safe and happy this holiday season, and that includes our furry friends. Michelle Pellegrin is here with some tips on keeping our pets safe from MedVet Austin. So, Michelle, my first question for you is that there are some foods out there that pets just can't have. Can you give me an idea of them?
Yeah, of course. So chocolate, baking chocolates, and dark chocolates especially are hazardous to our dogs and pets. And grapes and raisins are toxic to pets as well.
I didn't know that.
You know, certainly xylitol, which can be found in sugar-free baked goods, sugar-free candy, and even some peanut butters, which I didn't know. And one more thing is turkey and gravy. That's the time of the year I love to give my dogs little things for the holidays, and we just can't do that. So better to steer clear, and it's certainly something that we can help here at MedVet if our dogs or pets have ingested something.
What should someone do if their pet eats something that they know is toxic?
Yeah, great question. So time is critical. So don't wait for the symptoms to appear. You can call us. We're open 24/7. You can come in. You're also welcome to call the ASPCA poison control hotline or the pet poison control hotline as well if you're unsure.
How can families prevent their pets from getting into holiday foods in the first place?
Oh, that's tricky.
Yeah.
So we have a lot of pets that love to counter surf, right? Or can reach those items. Mine do. I
Yeah.
have 2 dogs.
2 paws right on top of that counter.
Yes, absolutely. And if there's something that they really love that's yummy that they want, you know, it's very important to let your guests that are maybe staying with you for the holidays know that you don't serve table scraps or anything from the counter. No matter how big of those puppy dog cute eyes that they're giving you, just don't give it. Don't give in.
It's not just food. Decoration hazards can be an issue for pet owners.
Yes.
Let's talk about those.
Yeah, so tinsel, it's very pretty this time of the year, but it's something that is particularly dangerous for our cats. They can get something that's called an obstruction, which is an emergency situation where they'll have to have surgery for that. So it can be tinsel or ribbon. Cats love those. They think it's a toy to play with, and it's shiny and pretty.
And MedVet Austin is brand new.
Brand new,
So I want to
yeah.
just brag on you for a second.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful building we're
Thank you.
standing in.
Thank you.
And you guys are continuing to expand. Can you tell me
Yeah.
a little bit about your services?
Of course. So we are a 24/7 emergency hospital and specialty care hospital. 24/7 critical care if there's a critical need for your pet. We also have neurology, neurosurgery. We also have surgical services here. We have radiology. We're excited to be here and excited to work with the Austin community.
And continuing to grow. So
Yeah.
MedVet Austin is one to keep an eye on.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
really appreciate your time
Thank
today.
you. Thank you for your time.
24/7 emergency and specialty care for pets. Learn more at medvetaustin.com. The preceding portion of Studio 512 was sponsored by MedVet Austin. Welcome back. January is the perfect time to hit refresh, and Austin-based life coach Anita Lane is here to help. She's here to share practical, inspiring ways to get the new year started with clarity and intention, and anybody who needs a little help getting unstuck. Is that right, Anita?
That's right. That's the key word.
All right, let's talk about how you got into life coaching, because it wasn't necessarily a thing you meant to always be doing, but you were kind of doing it anyway.
I was doing it anyway, and I think people were tired of me giving free coaching that was unsolicited.
One of 4 daughters.
One of 4 daughters, so I learned a lot of mediation and boundary setting skills. But in 2008, I was actually gifted with a layoff. So I got to take some time off and really figure out who am I and what really empowers me, what's authentic for me. And the closest that I could get was coaching. So I went and did a 10-month coaching certification program. And then when I got out, I started coaching, and I officed out of a wellness clinic, and they referred their toughest clients to me that were not getting well physically to see if there were some emotional issues. So that's how I got started in 2010. Really, I've been doing it for 17 years.
That's a long time now. And I talked to you off camera about, is it just women you serve? Is it the business sector that you serve? And you say anyone could use your help.
Right. It's anybody that is stuck or stuck and struggling or even suffering. So basically, I've had people say, well, can you help me with my career search? And I'm like, I don't really operate at that level, but I'll make sure that your belief system supports you in having the career that is your dream and helps you in having the confidence to go after that big promotion.
Because let's talk about the conscious versus the subconscious or unconscious mind. That's a lot of where your work happens.
Yes, yeah. So the conscious adult mind is very logical, rational.
And only about 5% of what we work with.
Exactly. It's what you know that you know that you know. We don't debate this, but it's really about 5 to 7%. So when you think about everything that's running you, 5 to 7% is this adult, logical, rational mind.
That is not a very large percent.
No, it's not. It's not. But the other 95% is that subconscious and unconscious part of the mind, and that is predominantly programmed by us as children. So even if we had a great childhood, we're going to still pick up stuff that worked for us in a family, and when I couldn't drive and didn't have my own money, when I had to live in this family unit. But it may be my glass ceiling now that I keep butting up against, that I know I can see it and I want it, but I'm not getting there. So that's where I predominantly work, is helping people through coaching, guided visualization, and some other tools to really break through really easily and naturally.
Get past some of these stumbling blocks that you may not even realize are there.
Yes.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay. You brought rocks in a jar as kind of a mindset demonstration. Can you tell us a little bit about what we're looking at here?
Yes, so this is there was a professor, it was said, that gave his students a jar and then rocks, pebbles, and sand, and he said, your job is to get all this in here. And so if you think about the jar represents your year.
Okay.
It's finite. There's only so much that's going to fit in here. If I'm not intentional about what I put in my year, in my life is going to fill it up for me.
Yeah.
Right? Other people and default things are going to step in. So to create an intentional year, the metaphor is basically that you put your big rocks in first. And the big rocks are things like, one of my goals for this year is to be more flexible.
Oh, that's a good goal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm very emotionally and mentally flexible, but I'm not as physically flexible as I would like to be.
Okay.
So
I was thinking more of the mental, like, I can change on a dime, that kind of
I
thing.
can.
That's where I need a little
But
help.
I need my body to be able to change on a dime. So I created 5 rocks. So you can feel about 4 to 5 intentional rocks.
So this one says new car. That might not be applicable for everyone, but I bet debt-free applies to a lot of folks watching this show. Yeah.
My new ideal partner.
New ideal partner. It's a good one. That's a good rock.
And more fun.
More fun. I
Yes,
love it.
I need more fun.
And then, you know, the size of these rocks, like we can get a visual here, but depending on how big you made these rocks, I think people can see that the visual doesn't exactly go the other way. If you
Right.
wait to put the big things into the end, it may not fit in your jar.
It probably won't.
Yeah.
Or
Okay.
it'll be July and then you're in shame because you didn't do it, and then you start the negative spiral.
Yep.
So when you put your biggest, meaningful, most prioritized focus items in first, then the next is the pebbles.
Okay.
And the pebbles are everything that supports these biggest goals,
Gotcha.
these biggest dreams, okay? So these are not, so like for me, more flexible. I know that if I just say, oh, I'm gonna do yoga this year, I might go to one class, I'm going to be at the back of the room, I'm going to feel like an idiot because I can't keep up, I'll probably throw my neck out trying to watch the teacher. So I decided, okay, well, for me to succeed with that, I need to hire somebody to help me one-on-one. So I found somebody that was doing a great discount for 2 one-on-one sessions for flexibility.
Sure.
So I'm going to go see her on Thursday.
So this is, I mean, really I'm seeing these as chunks of time.
They're
right?
chunks of time and
So-
energy and attention and focus.
So these are really the support. So if you're saving up that money for a new car, that
Right.
sort of thing,
Right.
that might mean you don't go out with the girlfriends quite as
Yes,
often.
exactly. It
And-
keeps you on track, on target.
Okay, and then what does the sand
The
represent?
sand is everything that just fills up time. So it's not necessarily bad. Sand can be, well, sand is important. It's sleep, it's regular work activities, it's everything else that makes us human and fills up our life. But if I put the sand in first, I'm not going to get my big rocks in,
That's true.
okay? And
Yeah.
I'll probably aimlessly go through my year and
And
not.
I think a lot of us are spending time on
That's
sand.
really, we do.
Yeah.
And guarantee you, it
Scrolling
will.
on my phone is sand.
It is, and we need some of that, right? But if you don't have something big and juicy to focus on, you're going to get distracted with the sand.
Okay.
The distraction.
It's a really good physical metaphor, so you
Yep.
have people who can even do worksheets with it. I want to make sure in our last minute that we talk about your 2026 New Year launch event coming up.
Yes,
Because
yes.
it's a lot of cool stuff that's going to be happening at the same
yes,
time.
I love my annual launch event. So it is this Sunday. And in this event, we're going to do some vision boarding, goal setting worksheets. We're also going to do a soundscape, which is using the different frequencies of music and sound to help affect a reset. So it's designed to really help people leave behind 2025 and step fully into 2026.
Oh, I love that. Okay, and just real quickly before I let you go, are you taking new clients for
I
2026?
am taking new clients,
all right,
yes.
That's good to know. Anita, thank you so much
Thank
for
you,
your
Rosie.
time.
I appreciate it.
All right, guys, learn more about Anita's services at corebreakthroughcoaching.com. The following portion of Studio 512 is sponsored by Austin Telco Federal Credit Union. It is a brand new start to a brand new year. Do you want to create some financial goals for 2026? Pamela Cotton, Vice President of Member Services at Austin Telco Federal Credit Union, is here with some tips for success for us. So Pam, first of all, why are financial resolutions so important?
That's a great question, Rosie, because financial resolutions or goals, whichever you refer to, is so important. You're going to start talking about long-term wealth, how you're going to build your wealth over time. And then you want to track your progress. So manage what you're doing in saving your money as well. And then when you're saving money, you're going to improve your financial situation because you're looking at things that you want to do, like paying off debt, things like that. So it's going to put you in a great financial situation. And then when you're in that great situation, not worried about things, you're going to reduce that financial stress as well.
And I know that some financial stress might have gone up around the holidays. Maybe we shopped a little bit too much. So of course we want a fresh start on the year,
Yes.
and giving it our best. So what are some of the most common financial resolutions that you tend to hear?
Yeah, so the biggest thing, and I think the most important, is to create a budget. We talk about that all the time. That's the most important thing. And if you've already started with a budget, now's the perfect time to review it, evaluate some things. Maybe your job changed, you got a raise, things like that. So you want to look at those situations and determine what you need to do in that budget. Invest in retirement. It's never too early, it's never too late. So you always want to start now. Start at the beginning of the year, it's the perfect time. And then debt, it's so important to not have too much debt. It's okay to have some, but pay it down, pay it off. That's going to put you in a great situation. It improves your credit score when you have lower debt.
Subscriptions, y'all. Check those subscriptions because you might be losing money.
So many that you don't need.
Yeah. That's why looking over the budget is so important. Okay, what are
Absolutely.
some helpful tips that you would give folks to help them achieve their resolution?
So you want to set goals, first of all, and then small and large goals. So start small, because that way you can celebrate the little successes, and that'll put you in the position to get those larger goals in line. So definitely want to set the goals, track your progress, see where you are. So we say create a plan with a timeline. Track it. Did you overshoot? Do you need to step back a little bit? But you always want to track that progress because you want to set yourself up for success, right? And then celebrate along the way. When you're doing those great things, like you wanted to save a little bit, you did it. Celebrate and continue to do that. Stay on track.
Some really great tips today, Pam. Thank you so much and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
To learn more about all of the services Austin Telco Federal Credit Union has to offer, visit atfcu.org. The preceding portion of Studio 512 was sponsored by Austin Telco Federal Credit Union. Welcome back. One of the most popular New Year's resolutions, of course, is always getting on top of fitness and your wellness goals. So our friend Ashley King with Ashley King Fitness is here alongside her friend and model Bonnie to help us get started. Y'all, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Lovely to have you back in studio.
Thank you.
And I know this is the time of the year where probably your phone's ringing off the hook.
Yes, we are ready to get started and everyone is ready to get on their goals.
Yeah, because in the last couple of months, things might have slid a little bit, and that's okay, everybody.
Yes.
But I do want to ask you just real quick, somebody might be kind of like the couch version of themselves currently.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
What would you say to somebody like that about realistically getting up and getting going again?
Don't make your goals too big. Just
Okay.
start somewhere, get moving, and start with something that you love. But don't forget, weight training is where it's at.
Weight training is where it's at. These lovely ladies know, and so we're going to show off some weight training and physical body weight training
Yes.
today.
Yep.
Okay.
We're
all
lifting
right.
today.
A quick little circuit. So come around, Bonnie, if you wouldn't mind. The first thing that you're going to have her do is an ab circuit. Tell me
Yes.
about this.
So she's holding a plank just for about 10-20 seconds, whatever you feel comfortable with. And she's gonna start bringing her knees in one at a time, squeezing her abs. This is getting her abs, obviously, but it's also getting her shoulders. And it's just a whole core workout too.
I have heard that the plank is like a whole body workout.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is. And she's gonna hit the sides now. She's gonna bring her knees one side to side. That really gets the size of your abs. So we're hitting every single part of your abs here.
Is that hurting, Bonnie?
It is.
All right, we'll bring you up. Okay, the next thing that you wanted to do is show off a quick leg circuit
Yes,
as well.
I really love this exercise. She's going wide. It's called a sumo squat. So this is really going to hit the inner thighs. That's a really big problem area for women, but this is also getting her glutes because she's pushing through her heels, coming up, squeezing her glutes. Notice she relaxes her arms. This is not an arm workout. And as she's coming all the way down, this is hitting her entire lower body.
Okay. Where do you feel it most, Bonnie, when you're doing this kind of sumo squat?
In my inner thighs and my glutes.
It's one of the things you feel the next day the most. You're like, why are my inner thighs sore?
Yeah, I'm trying to walk down the stairs, something like that. But it's all for, good reasons.
Yes.
We are trying to get stronger, of course. And then Arnold shoulder press. You told me this is the Governator.
Yes,
Okay.
this is his exercise.
Arnold
The
Schwarzenegger.
reason why I love this too is because, as you notice, we're trying to get as much as we can out of our workout. So this gets the entire upper body, as you can see by
I've never
Bonnie's
seen
lovely arms. You've
Yeah.
never seen this exercise?
I've never seen this exercise. I've seen portions of it done in smaller places,
Yes.
but to go all the way in and all the way up.
definitely one
this
I
is-
utilize a lot with my clients.
Yeah,
Are
okay.
you starting to feel that now?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely.
my shoulders are the weakest part of my arms. Do you feel it there? Or?
Definitely,
Uh-huh.
yes.
Okay, well, you did a great job, Bonnie, as always. And so when we talk about how often someone needs to do the portions of that circuit to see some change or to get a little workout in,
Yep.
what would you suggest?
I would say to do it 3 times. Start with whatever reps you feel comfortable, usually between 8 to 12.
Okay.
pick a weight that feels comfortable to you. Lower body tends to be a little bit more weight than you would for the upper body, but I would say 3 times a week is solid.
Okay.
If you want to start at 30 minutes, you're a beginner, or 45 minutes to an hour, circuit 3 times a week is solid.
Is a really good place to start.
Yes, absolutely.
And I always love the fact that you really encourage the fact that you can do this from home. Like you don't necessarily have to brave the gym, which I think a lot of people feel uncomfortable about, especially if you've been gone for a while.
And especially in January when we are so busy in the gym. So if you got kids, you can pick up just one pair of dumbbells and get this done, right?
Yes.
You do it all the time.
Bonnie is a mom of 5, everybody.
Yes,
So
look
you
at her.
And Ashley is a mom of 3, so you can look this good.
You can.
After having kids, which I think is amazing. Let's just talk a little bit about the services you offer, because you can actually come to people's homes and help them out.
That is what I do. I offer private, personalized training. I come to your home, which is great for moms. Or if you're just busy, or like you said, you don't want to go to the gym. So I come to you, and it's every single week, and we get those workouts in.
That's really awesome. And Bonnie, have you used Ashley as a personal trainer?
I have,
or do you just happen to be great friends?
Both.
Yes. Both.
And she's an amazing trainer.
All of my I become friends with all my clients because, as you know, like you just build a relationship and we all care about each other.
And you spend a lot of time together
so
at the end of the day.
And you have to enjoy it. That's why I always say I make fitness fun, because not everyone enjoys it. So I bring the motivation and I try to make it fun for you.
And what would you say to that, Bonnie, then, with your experience having Ashley as a trainer? You know, I don't know if you did workouts from your own home, but as a busy mom of 5, it's got to help you out.
Yes, definitely. It's been really great to have her, and we actually did it at the gym, and so that was, you know, I'm familiar with the equipment,
all the
and
weights
stuff like that.
and the lifting, yeah.
I have to read when I go to equipment. I have to read what it's supposed to do.
And that's okay. That's the whole point of this. Is January is about starting. Don't put too much pressure on yourself. Get out there and just try to get moving, and you're not an expert. So why expect yourself to be an expert?
Right, especially in month number 1. Never going to be an easier way to fall back off the wagon than if you expect too much out of yourself. Okay. And, you know, if somebody is in that space where maybe they were trying a little bit before the holidays, but they've fallen a little bit short, is there anything that you would suggest to them to say, hey, you can do it, get back in the gym? Maybe, or, you know, start at home, that sort of thing. Can we start with less than dumbbells? Can we just do body weight?
You could do body weight. I mean, pretty much the whole exercise besides our shoulder exercise, we could just try to do a little bit of push-ups. But honestly, also really trying to just tighten your nutrition a little bit. I think that's another thing people try to do.
Thank you for bringing this
portion
up.
They go way overboard with doing way too strict of a diet, and you're just not going to be able to stick to it. It's too much pressure on yourself. So just try to increase the fruits and vegetables and eating a little bit cleaner, even just 50% better, because it's about balance. It's not about being too strict.
And I like that I'm not hearing you say decrease. I'm hearing you say increase fruits and veggies.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
that's low calorie and it's going to keep you healthy, and that's where all your antioxidants and vitamins are.
I was going to say, and our skin is shiny and all sorts of wonderful things from eating fruits and veggies. We appreciate your time, y'all, today.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And I know you're busy, so happy New Year's to you. Here we go. For more information on how to get started on your personal fitness journey, follow Ashley on social media at Ashley King Fitness. The following portion of Studio 512 is sponsored on behalf of Whatnot by Tips on TV.
As live shopping surges in popularity, Whatnot, the largest live shopping platform in North America, has released its 2026 Consumer Trends Report, revealing how shared passions are transforming the retail landscape. Here to give some insight and some perspective about these trends is digital lifestyle expert Shira Lazar, host of What's Trending. Happy to have her this morning. Shira, hello.
Hi, thanks for having me.
What is the overall trend, Shira, for consumers and for live shopping?
Yeah, live shopping is booming, and it's more than just a trend. It's a completely new way to shop. And Whatnot is a platform that's definitely leading the charge. They've already surpassed $6 billion in live sales this year alone, doubling that of 2024. Users are spending an average of 80 minutes a day on the app. I find those stats just wild. What is moving this trend is community. People are discovering products in real time through these live shows you're seeing hosted by sellers who really share their passion and who are authentic and engaging.
Oh, really cool. I know that it gets kind of addicting. I would sit there and watch it for a while. So, which items are proving to be the most popular?
Yeah, we're seeing a trend around nostalgia, so people buying their childhood toys, like a comeback of Calico Critters, Littlest Pet Shop, Lala Loopsy, and also Furby. Remember Furby? Maybe you wanted to keep your Furby, you could sell it or buy a new one on Whatnot. People are just into the comfort and familiarity, I think, with that. Now, on the beauty side, it's all about bold and expressive looks, glitter, press-on nails, rich eyeshadow palettes, and sweet and fruity scents like vanilla and cherry are most popular in beauty.
Okay, interesting stuff. And I love Littlest Pet Shop, so I'm so glad that it's coming back around. Any other hot categories emerging for 2026?
Yeah, I love this one, women's sports memorabilia, because I'm all about women empowerment, women in sports. You know, WNBA sales are seeing a huge uptick, actually 3 times faster than NBA merch on Whatnot this year. Signed WNBA items, jerseys, sports cards, all highly becoming sought after. On the style side, 2026 is shaping up to be all about texture and comfortability. People are prioritizing sustainability and great fit and moving away from minimalism. We're seeing trends like vintage fashion, natural fabrics gaining momentum as people are looking for fashion with more personality and craftsmanship.
Cool stuff. Okay, talk to me about what cities are driving the live shopping experience.
Yeah, through this report, we saw that 5 cities were trending when it comes to live shopping: Atlanta, Chicago, Dallas, Miami, and Phoenix. Sorry, Austin, you can get next year. You got to get on Whatnot. Atlanta, though, led the purchase growth. And I love this because it showed this in the report. Each city, what they bought, they led it in WNBA cards. Miami was all about Labubus, the highest per capita. Phoenix was all about K-beauty and DIY beauty with press-on nails. And then Dallas was a go-to channel actually for plus-sized fashion. Chicago then was about precious metals.
Oh, interesting. Dallas, always fabulous. So I'm glad that our nearby neighbor, at least, is representing us. Any other insights to share?
Yeah, Whatnot has just definitely evolved from a marketplace with niche collectibles to a dynamic e-commerce engine where you can buy everything, as we've seen and talked about, like fashion, beauty, sports cards, sneakers, coins, plants, and so much more. They're also seeing triple growth in emerging categories like vinyls and antiques, and they've consistently picked up on cultural shifts early. So whatever you think of, whatever you want to buy, you could buy it from sellers on Whatnot and bid on them at a super great price.
It sounds hot, hot, hot. Cool stuff. All right, where can we go for more info?
Yeah, you can go to whatnot.com for your live shopping experience or download the app today.
Thank you, Shira. Happy holidays.
Thank you. You too.
The preceding portion of Studio 512 was sponsored on behalf of Whatnot by Tips on TV. If improving health is on your list for 2026, you're in good company. Surveys on New Year's resolutions show that health remains a top priority for many, and well-being isn't just physical, it includes personal and financial health too. Ashley Howard and Alyssa Bergamini are standing by with the best products at the best prices to get you going for the new year in this week's epic discounts from consumer resource bestreviews.com.
Welcome to Epic Discounts by BestReviews.com. I'm Alyssa Bergamini.
And I'm Ashley Howard. Scan the QR code on your screen and get ready to save big.
And we're making it easier than ever to start the new year off strong. Let's kick things off in the kitchen with a total game changer for healthy, delicious meals. Meet the Kasori 9-in-1 Turbo Blaze Air Fryer.
This beauty does everything. Air fry, roast, bake, broil, even reheat leftovers to crispy perfection with precise temperatures from 90 to 450 degrees and a premium ceramic coating.
Think crispy veggies, juicy proteins, and homemade snacks, all without the guilt. Now, once those healthy meals are handled, let's talk about tracking your goals, because fueling your body is just step one. The Fitbit Charge 6 keeps you connected and motivated all day long.
Built-in GPS, heart rate tracking, even on exercise equipment, and Google Apps right on your wrist. Plus, you get 6 months of Fitbit Premium included to guide your workouts, sleep, and recovery. It's like having a personal coach remind you, you've got this.
And then after a full day of cooking smart and moving a little bit more, it is time to rest and recharge.
Wrap yourself up in comfort with this ultra soft heat heated electric blanket, 10 heating levels, fast warm-up, auto shut-off, and cozy double-sided Sherpa.
It is perfect for those cold nights and well-earned relaxation.
And finally, let's warm up our wallet. During times of uncertainty, many Americans often turn to tangible assets.
As gold and silver reach record highs, gold continues to stand out as the most trusted.
So ask yourself, when was the last time you looked at your retirement account?
And why does that matter? According to Money.com, gold has outlasted every currency and has historically performed well during inflation, helping diversify portfolios.
Getting started is simple. Open a gold IRA, fund it with a rollover or contribution, and choose IRS-approved metals stored securely.
To explore your options, scan the QR code or visit Money.com. It only takes a few minutes to learn more.
All right, let's take one last look at today's products and services helping you save money this year.
Head to epicdiscounts.com or just scan that QR code to scan, shop, and save with Epic Discounts by Best Reviews.
Best Reviews is owned by our parent company, Nexstar. You can find more on the products mentioned and where to buy them by going to our website, KXAN.com, and clicking on the Marketplace tab. We have a lot of fun here on Studio 512. If you missed any of our great segments, be sure to check out our website where we like to post the fun things we do. Our feed covers content like arts and entertainment, food and drink, fashion and beauty, home and garden, stuff for kids and pets, as well as information from area experts. In addition, you can check out web-exclusive content that you can only find on Studio512TV.com. We also love to post behind-the-scenes funny moments, outfit inspirations, and more on social media. Find us by searching for Studio 512 on your favorite platform. You don't want to miss a single post. Be sure to follow us, check out our website, and watch us every weekday at 11 a.m. right here on CW Austin.